Hello, I'm Cindy Pruitt, president of Laguna Beach Live, and hi, welcome to Beth's Tuesdays, our new singer-songwriter showcase, not new to Beth and Laguna, but new to Laguna Beach Live. One of the fun things we've started doing with the pandemic, besides a lot of free concerts at the Suzy Q and live streaming jazz and other things, we're now beginning to go back to concerts. We have our once a month at the Art Museum on Thursday, the second Thursday of the month. We're going to start our jazz series in September. You're going to have to go online and find out about that and register for that. Besides this, we're also going to start some music at the Promenade. Hopefully next week. We'll see how the city deals with that. Well, it's all, that's what live music's all about. Just wait and see what happens. So this is new for us, like I said, singer-songwriter, but we've been around for 20 years next month, and we're all about bluegrass, classical, jazz, fun, you name it. We try to bring some great music to Laguna that's really accessible, and in this case, mostly free. Although, of course, we hope you'll get your donations. Go on live to lagunabeachlive.org. Become a member, because we've been also busy all year trying to support our musicians, whether we ticket or not. And I know there's a little upside down something there. Oh, trumpet, got it, to tip the artists. We do pay them, but of course it's never enough. So please be generous, please join us, please come back and do some other things. And now, before I turn it over to Beth, please silence your cell phones. Thank you.
Good job. Good job. I'm so impressed. Thanks, Cindy. Tonight we have Scott Gates. He's out there. He's going to be playing mandolin, and he's usually in a group. And tonight we also have Joel Rafael, and he's usually kind of in a group. But this is one of the things that we do with this, Tuesday Songwriter Showcase is we give people an opportunity to play in situations that they don't normally get to play in, and play songs that they don't normally get to play. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got a lot of folk songs about all kinds of different crap. And here's a song about swimming around the island. I think I'm a scientific person until I do superstitious things like swim around my island in order to protect it all year from the bad, aliens or anger vibes or orange people, or I don't know. But anyway, this is about me swimming around the island. 2 miles. I woke up, the sky was blue, the water calm, decided to grab my goggles, cap, and suit and swim around the island. Once a year I do this feat, my grasp at youth and my conceit, but most of all I own my sweet old place on Little Bear Island. It's 2 miles, the current changes, wind comes up and boats are dangerous, and I'm too old, it's cold and no one's by if I have trouble. Frozen, tired, but I don't care, for I won't stop until I'm there. Around the point of Little Bear again I swam the island, circled it with love and care, Thanks. So there ought to be a little bit more explanation of all that. We have a summer place in New Hampshire on Lake Winnipesaukee on an island that you have to get to by boat, and it's very, very, very primitive. And we go there every year. And it's kind of a retreat, and yet not. And so this is another song. I do a lot of writing there. This is another song about that. The evening of the best day comes slowly with a sigh. No holding on or grieving, I let my best day die. No racing to the rooftops for one last ray of sun. You greedy girl, be grateful for your best day when it's gone. My crew are all around me, my parts move light and well. My men laugh long and heartily at jokes too dumb to tell. No hint of winter's anger, the fickle winds of spring beyond imagining. The currents of the universe will drift me now and then and wash me up on islands where there is no why or when. Or it might be a byproduct of a day I fairly won. But all those thoughts I set aside to let my best day come. The morning of the worst day came hard upon its heels, but on my best day I just can't remember how that feels. On my best day, I just can't remember how that feels. Yeah, that's a waltz within a waltz. That's how good that day was. It was one of, Okay, this is a song I put on an album, and I got a request for it about 4 months ago, and so I'm going to do it now. You know, sometimes you just do the best you can and it turns out bad. And there are some people who would say, oh no, it's all for the best. But that's not true. That's just not true, you know. And you just have to suck it up and okay, this was just bad. There's a deep brown river where my love goes now. He slipped into it and I don't know how. They say, don't matter that if they should fall, it's always the right direction. Oh, there's a dreamless sleep inside of my love's head. Every afternoon he wakes up dead. The biggest noise he makes has no effect. He calls in the wrong direction. Oh no, there's a lie. They tell you to be kind, that love can conquer anything. There's a harm that happens in the lightest lie. To that extent, you watch your instincts die. And do I follow him or watch him fly fast in the wrong direction? Oh, oh. There's a golden box upon the window pane, ashes waiting for the healing rain. The questions asked and answered now so small, and all in the wrong direction. Oh no. Ooh. Oh. Okay, all right. Yay. Hi, you guys. Hi, everybody. I've just got one more bummer of a song. You know, because I have some people out here who love bummer songs, so I have to do some bummer songs for them. Because what the heck is good? You know, you gotta get something out of your bummers, right? So this is a song about getting what you wanted and then finding out that it was way too much for you. Like this guitar part, this is way too complicated. Shoot. You're going crazy, surrounded by love, boxed in on all sides, surrounded by love. Every breath in terms of another, those little breathers in the other room make you crazy. You tear your gaze from the spot on the floor. What is that thing there? It is a door. Then the voices call their daddy. Those little breathers in the other room make you crazy. One step you can't take, just one step. Your inner city resembles a zoo, with Mom and Pappy and Sis and Stinky there too. Then you go infect your darlings with what those assholes gave to you, and it makes you crazy. Oh, nothing but crazy. Crazy. not all that bad, though. except for sometimes. Okay, so Steve, speaking of not all bad. Steve?
Yes.
I have a husband, and this is a song about him. This is a song, it's kind of a historical piece about him. I just wrote this not long ago.
I'm Steve. Hi.
This is good old Steve.
What did that mean anyway when people used to do that?
What?
What does it mean?
Just devil. It's you, devil, you.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
So we met on a Monday night in about March of 1970 at the Golden Bear, and it was kind of a revelation, because I thought I liked a certain kind of guy, and I found out that I was off by about 170 degrees or something. Boy.
Well, a similar thing happened to me. I was a surfer at the time, and I was looking for a blonde surfer girl, and I was there with a band Honk. We were auditioning for a gig on a Monday night, and Beth was there auditioning as well as a solo, and she was fresh out of the dusty Phoenix area with a dusty...
with my boots on and crap.
Yeah, but when she started singing, my whole concept of the future changed. It did. You know, it's that classic, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you get what you need. I finally figured out what that song was about after this.
Well, this is kind of a new song, so if I glance down here and then stop and put my glasses on, that's what's going on there.
And what key is this in, Beth?
This key. In that key. I think it's A. Okay.
Wish us luck.
This is a true story. This is my last song, by the way, and after this song, Steve is going to interview somebody while we all change and get ready for Scott.
That'll be Joel.
That'll be Joel, probably.
Yeah,
it probably won't be me. It'll probably be Joel, and then we're going to get ready for Scott, and then he's going to play a set, and then maybe Steve will talk to Scott, too. We don't know. It's adventure here. There you were on Monday night, strong and sure, all luck and light. You were a long time coming. You've been an even longer time here. Ooh, 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 ooh. How I worked, how I cried, I bored myself with how hard I tried. I was getting ready for you with no guarantee you'd appear. Now you've been a longer time here. Universes and infinities. You always remind me of these. Matters not how big or small we are, having a ball we are, right here, my love, my best friend. Where do you start, baby? Where do I end? You were a long time coming. You've been an even longer time here. You're gonna be a longer time gone. Good old Steve. Thank you. Thanks. Well, thanks to Laguna Live and thanks to Laguna Beach Cultural Arts Center. And I think we're going to take a little bit of a break. So you guys, you don't have to listen to what's going on. You can get up and shake out your legs and go get some wine and, you know, chat with one another and stuff like that while those guys say interesting stuff to all the folks at home. Right? So, can you mute this? Okay, so we'll see you in a minute.
Yep, absolutely. Here we are. Are we on?
Yeah, I'm
We
watching
are.
myself sit
Here
down.
we are. Okay, this is Joel Rafael. He's going to be the third artist tonight, and we go way back.
Yeah, we do. Like back to the 70s, I
Yeah.
think. Late 70s. I think we met at the Catamaran when you
Oh
were
my
playing with
God.
John Stewart.
Now that was 1979.
9? Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's when we met.
yeah. Well, so what have you been doing in the meantime?
Well, I've been hanging out at my house for the last year and a half.
Well, everybody's been doing that, but besides that, what have you been doing?
A lot of gardening and a little writing, you know.
Yeah,
And I have a radio show.
I do know
Rock
about
on the
your radio.
Res.
Do you want to plug it a little bit?
Well, I mean, just to say, we just got syndicated, which is cool. We're now we can be picked up by any of the Pacifica stations. We're only on one Pacifica station now,
Right.
and on one internet radio station. But
Well, the snowball starts with one flake.
yeah, our show is available now, so we're excited about that.
Yeah.
You know, it's called Rock on the Res, named after John Trudell's song
Okay.
of the same title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so tell me about your connection with Woody Guthrie. This
Well, you know, Woody, my connection originally started probably like a lot of people around our age, you know, like when we started playing songs, those were some of the songs that were around, you know.
Yeah.
We'd hear they were written by this guy, Woody Guthrie, which sounded like a cartoon character, but
Yeah.
we didn't really know who he was. And there wasn't a lot of information available about him, but, you know, myself, like a lot of people, I decided to follow the trail, you know, like, well, I heard Bob Dylan was into Woody Guthrie, so what was he looking for? you know?
Right.
And so I started looking too, and couldn't find really very much back in the late 60s, early 70s. There were a couple books that had some things from Woody Guthrie in them, and I found those. Like one was a collection of his writings called Born to Win that was put together by Robert Shelton, and it really has a lot of great stuff in it. Some of the new music that Wilco, Billy Bragg and Wilco did, some of those lyrics are in that book.
Okay.
And then I found a book that's a real treasure called Hard Hittin' Songs for Hard Hit People. And that's a book of folk songs of all different categories that was put together by Alan Lomax and John Lomax. Yeah. And then Pete Seeger did all the musical notation, and then Woody Guthrie wrote the notes about the songs, you know, just like comments. And there's about 5 Woody Guthrie songs in that book. And so I found those songs. You know, one of them is a song about a lynching near Woody's hometown that he wrote but never recorded, and that's become a subject of interest, you know, and is now like this Woody Guthrie Festival that we're going to next week. They're actually doing a workshop on that song and that particular lynching because it impacted the town so heavily. It happened in 1911, a year before Woody was born, and then he wrote about it in 1940. So, you know.
Which really wasn't that much time between those two things. Now,
Well, if you think about it, no, not really. I mean, his lifetime, basically. But I always think, you know, it happened a year before he was born, and so probably his whole life he heard about it.
Yeah.
Because it was a pretty heavy thing that happened in that town. And then he decided to write the song.
Yeah.
But what I'll say about Woody is he wrote songs on every subject known to man. A lot of people only know of the popular songs that he wrote, but they say he wrote over 3,000 songs. They're not all hits, and he probably stole a few, but that's still a lot
That
of
was
songs.
the nature of that kind of music.
Yeah,
though.
that's right.
Sure.
That's right. So
But then there are he has lyrics that don't have music.
Well, he does. There's still actually a lot of lyrics left over that don't have music, and
Yeah.
I was given 5 of those. So I have 5 co-writes with Woody Guthrie, who died the year that I graduated from high school.
And so that was something that his family asked
Yeah,
you to do?
Harold Leventhal kind of looked over his estate during his career and his lifetime, and then after he died, his daughter Nora kind of took over with Harold, and then when Harold passed on, it became Nora's charge, and now Anna Canoni, Nora's daughter and Woody's granddaughter, is going to kind of take over that keeping of the archives, and then or keeping of at least of the new stuff that comes in, of the publications. The archives are actually now in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the Woody Guthrie Center, which is a museum started by in connection with Woody Guthrie Publishing, but also with the Grammy Museum. So it's really a nice museum dedicated to Woody Guthrie in Tulsa, right next to where Bob Dylan stuff's going to be too. So Bob decided he wanted to be there with Woody.
So how did they find you to ask you to do this?
I kind of found them. I'd been studying Woody Guthrie just on my own for a long time, and in I guess it was probably the beginning of 1998, I heard they were going to have a festival in his hometown, which was something they'd never done, because half the town always, they hated Woody because of his political views.
He's polarizing, yeah.
And I just thought, I got to be on that, and so my daughter, who's my manager, and also Jackson Brown's manager, said she had just gotten a letter asking for a quote from Jackson, and so she said, I've got a contact with them. So she wrote him back and pitched me for the festival. And in all honesty, I think they put me on it because they thought they'd get Jackson later. but
That's how the world works. Huh?
Well, and they did, because I asked him to come a few years later. I asked Jackson to come, and he did. Yeah. And it was a real boost for the festival. But it got my foot in the door that first year, and I took that song about the lynching, "Don't Kill My Baby and My Son," to the festival. And that was real different too, because singing that song in that town, most people didn't want to hear about it, at that point. But
really,
yeah,
even all these years later,
it was totally in denial when I first went there with it, and then over the years, more people, it's like more knowledge came out. Like people would say, "Oh, I know where that is," or I know where the building is where she was, this and that. And so it's a great. I think a great issue of shame, for some people
still
that live there, absolutely, such an awful, awful thing.
Yeah.
But I got on that first festival, and then the people that booked the festival came and saw my band at Kerrville that fall, and invited me back the next year with my band. Yeah. And I've been on the festival ever since. I'm what they call one of the long haulers of the Woody Guthrie Festival.
Now, is there a way for people to hear these particular songs?
Which ones?
The Woody Guthrie's, the songs that you put
Well,
the music to?
I actually have a collection that's available on my website, which is just my name, joelrafael.com. And it's a 2 CD set of Woody Guthrie songs.
Yeah.
Many of them never recorded, and some popular songs, and then the 5 co-writes of lyrics that were given to me
really cool.
are on those 2 albums.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. And, it looks like you're almost ready for your next act here.
I think we're ready to shift over.
I think we're experiencing a sound check.
The sound check, but it's got to be more interesting than us.
Yeah, absolutely. Fire away.
Thank you, Joel Rafael. Check him out, people. All right.
Good. Cool.
this mic, and do you need to set up another mic?
Not at all.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So I'm going to get my cooties on his mic here. This is Scott Gates. I first saw him, 6 years ago or something? He's in this band called the Salty Sweets, and also a couple of other bands that he'll tell you about, and he's just great. He just knocks us out. So, are you all ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Or? Okay,
Totally.
that's as good as I can do. Here's Scott Gates.
What happened to life? What happened to life? What happened to singing and dancing every night? What happened, my love, for living your life? Did it fall down by the wayside like a lullaby? Salty eyes, salty to the taste, salt grains over my shoulder blade. Salty eyes, salty to the taste, salt grains over my shoulder blade. What happened to God? What happened to God? I wonder if the work it does is very hard. What happened to right? Did it leave in the night, just like a refugee running for her life? Salty eyes, salty to the taste, salt grains over my shoulder blade. Salty eyes, salty to the taste, salt grains over my shoulder blade. What happened to you? How was it all before the rocky bottom broke your fall? How long was the drive? Did you make it all right? The ocean is known to be brutal in the night. Salty eyes, salty to the taste, salt grains over my shoulder blade. Salty eyes, salty to the taste, salt grains over my shoulder blade. Made a little list here. I'm not sure exactly how many I want to do on the mandolin. I'm Scott Gates. I play with a band called the Salty Sweets that plays around here quite a bit. Thank you, Beth, for having me. Everything that I have prepared here is originals. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, no, I'll do this one on the main one. It's called The Fly. Through the eyes of the fly in my liquor glass, the whole world's cold and it's sinking fast. Through the eyes of my daughter in the looking glass, I've failed. I don't want to wait to be elderly to see my wrongs and what they've done to me. Through the flowers on the wall, I'm sinking fast. I could waste my time thinking I was smart. I could waste your time trying to mend your heart. But I work so hard to work my life away. Oh my God, I've worked my life away. Now I don't want to wait until I'm frail, to be too proud to admit I failed. By forgetting to live, I've grown in fear and hate. Singing, honey, don't you smoke too much. Honey, you can't love enough. Sweetest heart, what can't be done, just fear it. Have fear for those who aren't like you. Feel anger when they know more than you. Show sorrow when you worked your life away. Oh my God, I've grown in fear and hate. Call them lazy thugs, you're not too smart. Call yourself a cog in a mechanical heart of a loveless dying body, you're a proud slave. Through the eyes of the fly in my liquor glass, the whole world's cold and sinking fast. Through the eyes of my daughter in the rearview mirror, I failed. Sad songs. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of what this space is for, almost. The listening rooms, you know? Look behind you. Doesn't exactly evoke happiness, does it? All right. New strings. Let's see, so that first one was like
angst about leaving religion as a teenager. I was like 16 or something. Remember that? And then the last one was clearly politically driven and has to do with, I think, wanting to connect to my parents a little more on that level. I kind of can't, you know? And trying to globalize that too, because that's kind of what a lot of people in my age are going through right now. And this is just a good old-fashioned breakup song. I was with a girl for 8 years, and we broke up just before the pandemic. I can see you standing on the balcony in Silver Lake. I can hear the pounding of silver tongues in your headache. I can taste the ginger glistening down your chin. You can feel the warm skin of your new lover clutching your arms so thin. You can hear them whispering from behind your shoulders of sadness. You can see the candles in the window of our cabin. We would try door handles to get to rooms we weren't so damn blind in. Still we sang, roll along with me. The best is yet to be. The best is yet to be. Can't you feel all of the years swirl away down that old rabbit hole? Oh, Da Vinci's man is naked and pinned up on the wall. Papa's blanket, Mama's picture books and garden trinkets. Gotta say, I quit playing piano. I never was too sure of the reason, till I was sure that we quit breathing. And we embraced that one of us was leaving. Do you It's real nice after all this time. Let's see. I wrote a song about one of my best friends leaving Bakersfield, and I used to drive up to Bakersfield and play bluegrass with him. And he had to move to Tennessee. It came out as a love song, but it's to one of my best friends. Not sure there's a difference. Well, brown are the flowers that bloom for hours, and I'll take the old gold line. I'll wrap them in ribbon and fine lace linen. I'll be in Kern County tonight. I'll show up to your door, holding nothing more than the memories we had in space. And we'll water the petals with the tears we shed, and bloom from the Bakersfield clay. On that train full of hound dogs with a sorry excuse for dishonest love we once knew, I'm traveling to show you that the sunshine can't burn and the winter won't spoil the roots. I'll show up to your door, holding nothing more than the memories we had in space. And we'll water the petals with the tears we shed, and bloom from the Bakersfield clay. Yes, we'll water the petals with the tears that we shed, and bloom from the Bakersfield clay. Let's see. I'm gonna probably need a little help from the words here. Yeah, so that, I think I was trying to express relationship stuff, but through the recent loss of one of my best friends, There's this weird zombie mixture, this weird Frankenstein of losing a friend and thinking about how I could have been better to old loves. This one is, and this is going to be my last one, I believe, is talk about therapy session. I'm choosing all the heavy ones. my mom wasn't very stable growing up at all. And my mom and my dad kind of split. I was like 19 or so. She moved to Florida for a while. And this came out. There's a man in his bed and a boy in his head singing, baby, please come back from Florida. Why'd you leave me alone? You know I cannot sleep alone. There's a son in his stead and a girl there to wed, singing, Mama, please stay there in Florida. Please leave us alone. This ain't your home. We're not the kind for your trouble in mind. We're not the kind for your trouble in mind. There's an aging woman in Florida, curling and wishing she's dead, with a son who is done with her, a man who seems drained by her, and thoughts keep piercing her head. Please let us go. Please love me so. Look at the poison she made. Just look at the love she gave. Please know that I'm ashamed. Please know that I'm ashamed. Mama, remember the time you drank a bottle of wine, and pills were what I dug out from your mouth. They took you away for 9.5 days to a hospital room down south. Please know that I'm ashamed. Please know that I'm ashamed. Mama, remember the day I stole all your love away, and tears were what I dug out from your eyes. I drank beer for 9.5 years, still ended up right where you are. Please know that I'm ashamed. Please know that I forgave. listening.
Whoa. Holy crap. That was great. That was great. So the only thing I can do is talk about dumb stuff, which is I hope you brought some CDs. There's tip jars. So the only tip, dumb is money, I guess, equally. But that was unbelievable. Thanks, Scott. So I think Steve's gonna chat with Scott and ask him about those songs. Probably, I hope not. Or maybe what your favorite color is, or something. Christmas card. Okay, so we're gonna take another little break and get ready for Joel Rafael, who is just also wonderful, and that's amazing. But you will continue to be amazed. So stick around, and we'll be right back.
Okay, I think we're over here now with the interview part of the show. Fantastic stuff.
Thank you.
So I had a question for you. Do you think that you can be an expert with 10,000 hours of rehearsal?
I think it depends on dedication, passion, and discipline. And those things come together with enough time, of course, to bring self-confidence. And if you have that through music, then you can, achieve whatever goals you set for yourself, I think. It sounds kind of cheesy and kind of cliche, but it's true.
Well, I mean, for me, I always hear that thing, and then I think,
the 10,000 hours rule.
Yeah, that 10,000 hour rule. And it's like, being around a long time and teaching a lot of people and everything, some people just don't have talent. And, telling them that 10,000 hours is going to make them good at something, I wonder if that's, going to make them waste a lot of time.
So from that perspective, I believe that anybody can do this.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just a matter of body conditioning. Mm-hmm. Simply body conditioning. And mind,
Yeah.
But I think the more you make becoming a better human being the goal, the better your musicianship is going to be. It's going to rise along with that.
Mm-hmm.
If you focus on being a human first and then a musician next, your music's going to be so much more connected, much more real. So I just think that anybody can do this. I think it's a body conditioning thing. I don't believe in the lost cause thing, or I try not to anyway.
Yeah. So how do you become a better person that will affect your music?
I don't know. If you figure it out, let me know.
Because, like I say, it's interesting to get to the root of something, because it's obvious that you have the passion and you have the talent and you put the time in, and you did it probably of your own volition. Nobody told you what to do.
I had a mentor for mandolin, and then the California Bluegrass Association was my collective mentor as far as singing.
Yes.
To project and to do it with feeling and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to get so esoteric on you. It's just, sometimes you just see people and it just seems, it's like a baseball player or whatever. It just sees the ball better than other people. And, people can practice forever, but they can't hit the baseball.
I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
And, when I see somebody like you, it's just like, okay, this is a natural thing. And in a certain way, I've been around people who have that natural gift and they don't really even see it, because it doesn't come easy, but it comes.
It comes naturally. I understand, yeah. I've been doing it my whole life, and that's different.
Okay, that's a big deal. Yeah.
There's, the world can kind of, I think, build these walls.
Yeah.
Over time. And if you jump into something like an endeavor like music, especially if you're going to do it full time, then your first job is to break down those walls. But if you're young enough, then those walls haven't been formed quite yet.
Yeah.
The world hasn't beat the shit out of you yet.
Well, and you have time.
Yeah.
That's one of the things about being younger, is you have time. You have time on your hands, especially if you're not being driven to be doing something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So But in a certain way, but in your early part of your life, what led you to pick up the instrument in the first place?
My grandpa was from Sicily and played the mandolin. Brought the mandolin over with him and played it at all the family gatherings and stuff. He just played mandolin, didn't sing or anything. My aunts and uncles sang here and there, but it was more of a communal, thing.
Yeah.
But because of the mandolin, I got started on piano and at 3 years old, and mandolin at 7, and then all the local teachers could just. Most of the mandolin teachers in California are bluegrass based.
Yes.
So they brought me to those festivals.
Right. So initially you weren't thinking bluegrass. Your experience was more in the Sicilian style.
It
or
was
something?
a lot of Sicilian and classical training, I guess.
Yeah.
My parents were just kind of like blind coming into it, just like,
Sure.
okay, let's see what we can do.
Right. So they supported you in this then.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Totally. Yeah, they were encouraging. I mean, these songs are like, especially those ones I just played, are very like, I don't get to do them with bands typically.
Sure.
So I got to kind of unload here.
Yeah.
And in most settings, I don't play them because they're really personal and they're really, what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do, and that's what this thing's about. Is what Beth always said.
Right.
It's about doing something scary. That was her thing. It's like, don't come here and just play your hits.
Right.
Play the things that you're not really even sure they're going to work, because
Right.
where else are you going to play them?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that was always her idea for what these Tuesdays are supposed to be.
Definitely felt that.
Yeah, I felt it too, man.
Cool.
We're really happy that you were able to make it, and we love all your work. We love your band. We had Chelsea.
You had Chelsea a couple weeks. Or maybe a
last
month
month.
ago.
Yeah, last month. So we're slowly getting the whole band in here, but we're trying to take it apart.
Yeah.
We don't want you to break up.
Oh, by all means.
Yeah.
No, by all means. Chuck would be, I think, pretty interesting to mostly just stand up there and just talk. The way he thinks and the way he talks is so unique.
Yeah.
And people need to hear him just blab.
We should do like a bass and then just improvise talking thing. Maybe that's
Yeah.
Speaking of
Just
something
over the
scary.
bass. Yeah, like Mitch Hedberg. Just
Yeah,
have a bass playing in the background.
Yeah. So Beth, are you?
Sharing all those songs.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Was that one Salty Tears? Was that
Salty Eyes. Salty Eyes, yeah. That's.
all just, I'm so glad you're on this planet.
Oh, thank you. Damn. Thank you. That's so
Yeah,
kind.
it's good. I really don't know this variety show thing at all. The timing is like a.
Okay.
Loose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joel.
Okay, thank
Joel
you so much,
Rafael.
man.
So we knew each other long ago because you used to do sound and visuals for the Honk Band back in 1974, correct? Something like that? Okay.
I did actually. I filmed you guys.
Yeah.
I filmed you guys about 1974, I think
Okay.
it was, over
Yeah.
at Laguna Niguel at a big rally, over that No Nukes rally you guys played
Yeah, okay.
with Country Joe and the Fish. And,
Oh, Lordy, yeah.
you remember that?
Yeah, yeah. So we've known each other a long time, and he used to play at our songwriter showcase, and I've sung on a couple of your albums and everything. Did you bring your albums, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can talk to Joel about that after the break. And so this is Joel Rafael. You've gone all over the world and sung a bunch of Woody Allen. Woody Guthrie. Oh Lordy, Woody Guthrie shows and stuff. Big difference. So here we go, Joel Rafael.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, they were both very funny, actually. Both Woodies were very funny people. Okay, hey, hi. It's really good to be here. This is my first show in front of people, or in a room with people in it, in like a year and 4 months or something. So the worst part of it is I haven't picked up my guitar since then either. So good luck for you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But it's really great to be here to kind of get my feet wet again, I guess you'd say. I'm leaving for a festival next week in Oklahoma, the Woody Guthrie Festival, which I played on for. This will be my 24th year there. I know I don't look that old, but yeah. So I'm getting ready for that, and I'm kind of got some anxious nerves about that. So this was really good to be able to come and do this, and I love playing these things that Beth puts together. Especially in a small room like this, and especially in Laguna Beach, where I spent a lot of my time when I was younger, back in the La Paz back door at the La Paz days. I know I don't look that old, but so I'm going to start out with a song that's on my album, Rose Avenue, and the song's called Under Our Skin. I wanna walk a mile in my neighbor's shoes. I'd like to make you smile when you got the blues. You don't look like me, I don't talk like you. No matter where we're from or where we've been, we are the same underneath our skin. I wanna harmonize with our voices, still be free to make my own damn choices. I don't talk like you, and you don't look like me. No matter where we're from or where we've been, we are the same underneath our skin. Under our skin, we are blood, we are muscle. Under our skin, we are human, we all hunger. Under our skin, we are one, and we all wonder. Under our skin, we are sisters, we are brothers. If you look within at my skeleton, do you think you'll see the color of my skin? If you look into my eyes, you'll know me by my heart. You'll see that I'm a light in the dark. We're all born naked into this place, each one a part of the human race. We all laugh the same, we all cry the same. No matter what we dream or what we believe in, we are the same underneath our skin. Under our skin, we are blood, we are muscle. Under our skin, we are human, we all hunger. Under our skin, we are one, we all wonder. Under our skin, we are sisters, we are brothers. Under our skin, under our skin. Thank you. I like the way that Scott categorized his songs. This one's kind of a breakup song. Except in this breakup song, the girl that it sounds like I kind of broke up with actually turns out to be my wife. 47 years later, so. Let's see, this has got one of these that goes with it. Here we go. It's called She Had to Go. That's all right. The song after this is called When I Go. And I'm going to write a song that's just going to be called Go. to see me play, but now she never does. I can't spend my life this way, thinking about how it was. I remember when we met, we were still in school. I could have had her for my queen, but I was just a fool. Sometimes when I'm alone, my thoughts still run to her. I can't help it if I still love the way we were. She'd always bring her smile when I was feeling low, lift me for a while until she had to go. I never thought about her dreams. I followed my own schemes. I should have better loved her so. She loved me till she had to go. Sometimes when I'm alone, my thoughts still run to her. I can't help it if I still love the way we were. She'd always bring her smile when I was feeling low, lift me for a while until she had to go. I never knew that she was mine. I found out too late. My eyes wide open, my heart was blind, and she was my true soulmate. Sometimes when I'm alone, my thoughts still run to her. I can't help it if I still love the way we were. She'd always bring her smile when I was feeling low, lift me for a while until she had to go. She'd always bring her smile when I was feeling low, lift me for a while until she had to go. Thank you. I'm glad it turned out okay. Remember when we used to tune by ear? Now so many of us tune by sight. Looks okay. This is called When I Go. This is on my Balladista album. I didn't bring any of those. I think I just brought some Rosa Avenue albums tonight. So, but you can find all that stuff on my website, which is just my name, Joel Rafael, spelled with an F.com.
when this old plane leaves the ground. Don't let it bring you down. Don't let it make you blue. I'll come back to you. When you hear those engines sound, I will be eastward bound. For just a little while, send me with a smile. When I go, when I'm away, your smile leads me through my everyday. And there's nothing in this whole wide world that could change the way I love you. I will leave you all I can. Though I am far from here, you'll feel my presence near. I'll be close to you. And when I go, when I'm away, your smile leads me through my everyday. And there's nothing in this whole wide world that could change the way I love you. I will hold you in my heart. Though we are many miles apart, I'll call attention to the way that I love you. When I go, when I'm away, your smile leads me through my everyday. And there's nothing in this whole wide world that could change the way I love you. No, there's nothing in this whole wide world that could change the way I love you. Thanks. Well, we'll see if I can remember this one. This is an old Bob Dylan song. It's one of my favorites. It's hard to remember because Bob never recorded it. See if you remember it. And then I'll see if I remember it. Farewell, Angelina, the bells of the crown are being stolen by bandits. I must follow the sound. The triangle tingles, the trumpets play slow. Farewell, Angelina, the sky is on fire, and I must go. There's no need for anger, there's no need for blame. There's nothing to prove, everything's still the same. Just a table standing empty at the edge of the sea. Farewell, Angelina, the sky is trembling, and I must leave. The Jack and the Queen have forsaked the courtyard. 52 gypsies now file past the guards. In the space where the deuce and the ace once ran wild. Farewell, Angelina, the sky is folding. I'll see you in a while. See the cross-eyed pirate city perched in the sun, shooting tin cans with a sawed-off shotgun. And the neighbors, they clap and they cheer with each blast. Farewell, Angelina, the sky's changing colors, and I must leave fast. King Kong, little elves, on the rooftops they dance. Valentino type tangos while the makeup man's hands close the eyes of the dead not to embarrass anyone. Farewell, Angelina, the sky's embarrassed and I must be gone. The machine guns are roaring, the puppets heave rocks, the fiends nail time bombs to the hands of the clock. Call me any name you like, I will never deny it. Farewell, Angelina, the sky's erupting, I must go where it's quiet. Farewell, Angelina. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, well, I'm going to finish up with one here that's on my Rose Avenue album, which is here tonight. It's always good to check first. It's all part of the show. This is a song that I wrote in dedication to Emmett Till. Y'all know who Emmett Till was? Okay, good. Because, you know, some people don't know who Emmett Till is. And rather than tell the whole story, I just tell them, you know, look it up. Because, you know, you should know this already, you know, or ask your parents, you know. Well, you know, if you can. Actually, some of us are too young to, you know, have really experienced it. I mean, you know, I'm 72, but I was like 5 when he was lynched. So it wasn't something I heard about as a kid a lot. You know, I grew up in a suburb, middle-class suburb, and I didn't hear about a lot of troubles until the 60s, you know. And then, of course, then we had the opportunity to live through 2 Kennedy assassinations, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and all the rest of the stuff, civil rights movement, anti-war movement, free speech movement. But I never heard of Emmett Till until, you know, I mean, Bob Dylan wrote a song about him. It was on a really early album. But a guy came to me with a script, a movie script, called Glory Train, and it was about Emmett Till. It told a story. It was what you would call historical fiction. So it was based on the true facts of what happened, but there were other characters and stuff that were written into the script. And, you know, he was looking for somebody to sing This Train's Bound for Glory, you know, and record that. But I read the script and I was just really moved by, you know, really getting a handle on the story that I never really knew that much about. And so, you know, Emmett Till, his lynching was really the cornerstone of the civil rights movement. And what I like to say is, something I read about is that when Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama, she said that she thought about that 14-year-old boy and what they'd done to him down in Money, Mississippi. And so this is a song dedicated not to his death, but to his life, because his life, even though his mother thought he died in vain, his life was more than meaningful and so important. So this is called Glory Bound. Down to Money Town, a place I'd never been. It's the place my family's from, a place we still have kin. I'm not sure just how I knew that I had to go down south to Money Town, where cotton fields still grow. And I never knew when I came down that they'd take me down in Money Town. You can lay your money down, I am glory bound. I come from the city streets north of here by train, and it's 2 days down to Money Town in the sun and wind and rain. My family tried to warn me I was just 14, and on my big adventure to a place I'd never seen. Never knew when I came down that they'd take me down in Money Town. You can lay your money down, I am glory bound. What you think don't matter much if words don't leave your mouth. And Jim Crow is still the law down here in the South. They lynched me down in Money Town, I was just a kid. And guiltier than hell, they never paid for what they did. I never knew when I came down that they'd take me down in Money Town. You can lay your money down, I am glory bound. You can lay your money down, I am glory bound. Thank you so much. Such a pleasure being here. Thanks, Beth. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, guys.
That's Joel Rafael. You can probably stick around and talk to him if you want to. That was wonderful. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Danny, over there on the sound. Thank you to Rick Conkey for letting us use this place and his painting and his stage. And thank you all especially for coming. And it is open to the public, so next time we do this, you can kind of come and see us. Yeah, no kind of about it. So, reservations. Oh, reservations? Well, yeah, okay. And thank you all also to Laguna Beach Live for putting this thing on and paying everybody so beautifully. Thank you very much. Thank you, Scott Gates. Thank you, Joel, Rafael, and thanks everybody. We'll see you next month.